Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy, the Bearded Wonder, Sergeant Striations. Anyway, I know it's been a while since I've made a video. And then prior to the last two videos that I made, it had been a while since I'd made videos. It's just really hard to find the time and motivation at this point in time, guys. It's not that I don't want to do it. I really enjoy making these videos. Editing, making, Monday Motivation and Nerd Corner. But it's been a bit rough the past few weeks, folks. Like I said a couple weeks ago. Stay hydrated. Delicious. Just been going through a lot of things, have a lot of stuff on my mind, and so therefore trying to take my mind off of said things with, work, a lot of weightlifting. It's been a lot of time in the gym, and that's pretty much it. That's last few weeks, besides the few videos that I put out a couple weeks ago. It's been the majority of my time is just video games with my kid, weightlifting, dinner preparation, meal prep, cleaning house, trying to clean house, practically do dishes every day, do laundry every other day, just that stuff, guys. Just constantly keeping busy and keeping my mind off the situation at hand. But with that being said, that's neither here nor there. We're going to try to get back into it full swing, with the exception of trying to do videos twice every week. I'm going to try to put out a video every week now for the duration until things pick up, if they ever pick up with YouTube. I'm hoping that they do still. I really enjoy this, but I want to be able to put a lot more thought and effort into the videos that I make for you guys, because let's face it, when it comes to, fitness and health or nerd stuff on YouTube, it's a dime a dozen, and it's a struggle to find out or to find ideas to put down on paper to give to you guys. There's hundreds, if not thousands, of fitness YouTubers out there. I don't know them all. I know the few that I watch. And there's hundreds of comic book guys out there, some that are way better than me. I love comics, I love movies, but there are guys out there who know way more comics. I know Marvel, and I know Dark Horse Comics pretty well, but deep down I'm a DC guy. So when it comes down to talking about comics, I'm going to be pretty biased. I don't mean to be, because don't get me wrong, I love Marvel. I love Stan Lee, rest in peace. I love Thor. I love the Avengers. I love Spider-Man. When I was a kid, he was practically my favorite. But as I got older and started reading more and more and more comics, teenage years get broodier, so DC Comics is where I went, because over the years, the restrictions on the comic books kind of went away, so DC just got darker and more brooding and violent and brutal, and so I kind of communed over to the DC side of the spectrum of the comic book world. No disrespect to Marvel whatsoever, because X-Men and Spider-Man, Thor, still going to be some of my favorites till I die. And then, Magic the Gathering, one of my favorite hobbies of all time. Deck building, playing with friends, and even just random people who I've just recently met, playing with them in groups, and it's been a blast. But there's so many content creators that do these things that I enjoy that I want to do for you guys as well. So with that being said, I really need more time to put together the projects that I want to do. So with that being said, I'm thinking I'm going to keep Motivation Mondays, obviously. This one's going to be a little late because this is just, channel update, not really Monday motivation. I've got some ideas for that one that I want to talk about. I won't talk about it now. We'll save it for the videos. And then, I think with that last video, I've got old Zaphod coming back. He's kind of mad at me right now, so we're gonna take turns. I'll do every other week. I'll start off the month with Monday Motivation, and the next week it'll be Zaphod doing Nerd Corner, and so on and so forth. And that way we can put way more effort into making the videos for you guys. And so with that being said, that's pretty much all I have for you guys tonight. I just wanted to throw this one out there since it's been a couple weeks since I made a video. And I am pretty sure that Zaphod will be getting with you guys here pretty soon too. It's just one of those things, being an evil interdimensional being that he is. He's hard telling what he's doing. I don't know. That guy, he's crazy. What else could I have wanted to, or should I have wanted to say? Did I want to say? I'm not making any sense. I can't English. Something's going on. Goings on. I feel weird. This isn't good. Dreadful sense of foreboding. I don't like it, guys.
Welcome back, peasants. I have returned. 'Tis I, the great, the powerful, the most evil of evils, Zaphod Beeblebrox. You have all been very naughty, letting that peasant fool Brandon talk bad about me. Now, because none of you have commented on any of the videos that I've done, nobody will get the chance to win the card. I shall keep it for myself and make another stupidly evil deck with it. Just you watch. Anyway, now that we're back and at full power, I'm going to give you, peasants, a taste of what's to come. Because clearly, you still need schooled on how to be the most evil person there is in terms of playing your magic decks and building your magic decks. So, with that being said, welcome to my POV, peasants. Now, let me summon all of the power and devastation that you will be rewarded in the weeks and months to come. Allow Zaphod to show you the evil and the power that you can wield in battle against your opponents. First, we have this we have here? Saskia the Unyielding. A 3/4 legendary human soldier. For a black, a red, a green, and a white mana. She's delicious. In a non-sexual way, you disgusting peasants. Anyway, she's got vigilance and haste, and when she enters the battlefield, you get to choose an opponent. So hopefully you've got more than one, because you would just annihilate them. And whenever you control, or whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, you also deal that much damage to the player of your choosing. So, this is going to be one of the commanders I'm going to teach you peasants how to build. Let's get this out of here. Next. We're going to make an Enchantress deck with Tristani Celestia's voice. Legendary Dryad creature for 2 green and 2 white, 2/5 power and toughness. She says, whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, you gain life equal to that creature's toughness. You can pay a single mana, colorless, a green, and a white and tap it to populate, which creates a token that is a copy of a creature token you control. So, get all of our enchantments and all of our creature tokens and overwhelm the other players. So, I'm going to teach you how to be evil in the most friendly color of ways. Next, we have a very new, as it just came out into the newest set, Kaldheim Commander. Lathril, Blade of the Elves. 2 regular, a black and a green mana for a 2/3 legendary elf noble that reads Menace. Menace means that she can only be blocked by no less than 2 creatures. Whenever Lathril, Blade of the Elves deals combat damage to a player, create that many 1/1 green elf warrior tokens. And then you can tap 10 untapped elves you control. Each opponent loses 10 life, and you gain 10 life. We're going to use Lathril to make the biggest, meanest, most evil elf army that you have ever seen. Next, we're going mono red, because red doesn't get enough love. And we're going to be making a big bowl of spaghetti with Captain Duretti, Scrap Savant. 3 colorless mana and a red for a planeswalker. Mr. Duretti, he comes in with 3 loyalty counters, and he can be your commander. He reads +2 him. Discard up to 2 cards, and then draw that many cards. Downtick him by 2, sacrifice an artifact. If you do, return target artifact card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Shenanigans. And then you can downtick him by 10 for his ultimate, giving you an emblem that reads, whenever an artifact is put into the graveyard from the battlefield, return that card to the battlefield at the beginning of the next end step. So, I'm going to teach you guys how to make a mono red / colorless stacks and hate bear deck that is sure to get your opponents writhing in their seats. They'll be gunning for you, but that's what we live for. Next, in the weeks to come, of course, we're only doing one at a time. Gotta have all these ideas, fools. Next, we're doing one of the greatest of all time. The Praetors. The Phyrexians. It's Atraxa, Praetor's voice. A green, a white, a blue, and a black for a legendary 4/4 with Flying Angel Horror. And she also has Vigilance, Death Touch, and Lifelink. And at the beginning of your end step, you get to proliferate, which means you get to choose any number of permanents and or players with counters, any kind of counter, negative counters, planeswalker counters, +1 counters, -1 counters, and you get to just, boom, give people more of those counters. And I'm going to show you guys how to be as nasty as you can with this beautiful little creature right here. Next, we're going all 5 colors with this beautiful foil Ramos Dragon Engine, who's also a Phyrexian. He has 6 colorless mana for a legendary artifact creature dragon. It's 4/4 with flying. Whenever you cast a spell, put a 1/1 counter on Ramos Dragon Engine for each of that spell's colors. Then you can remove 5 1/1 counters from Ramos and add 2 of each color to your mana pool. So, what are we going to do with Ramos? Well, you'll just have to find out when it's the week for Ramos. You're also in store for Rashmi, Eternity Crafters. 2 regular, 1 green, and 1 blue mana for a 2/3 legendary elf druid that says, whenever you cast your first spell each turn, reveal the top card of your library, and if it's a non-land card with converted mana cost less than the spell that you cast, you can cast the next one without paying its mana cost. If you don't get to cast the card, you just put it into your hand for free. Why not? Why is this card so evil, you say? I mean, just a pretty little elf druid girl. Well, I'll tell you why it's evil, folks. Because anybody who plays Simic colors are just plain evil. My favorite type of people. And last but certainly not least, the triplets. Sin triplets. A 3/3 legendary artifact human wizard for 2 regular mana, a white, a blue, and a black, which is the colors of the Esper. And what do these fine-looking ladies do? Well, at the beginning of your upkeep, you get to choose a target opponent. This turn, that player can't play spells or activated abilities, and plays with his or her hand revealed, and you get to play cards from that player's hand. Oh, it is so evil. Oh, can you just taste the disgust and hatred emanating from your opponents as you just freely play cards that aren't even yours? Yes, I can see it now. I love it. But anyway, that is all for today, folks, as this is just, an update video. Stay tuned, because there's a lot of evil to come.